Thank you very much, Dick. I would like to begin by greeting you in the names of your brothers and sisters who live in Jerusalem and throughout the Holy Land. I also would like to greet you in the name of Sabeel. Very briefly, for some of you who do not know, Sabeel is an ecumenical liberation theology center in Jerusalem. It is inspired by the life and teaching of Jesus Christ. It's a grassroots movement that started among Palestinian Christians. We seek to deepen the faith of Palestinian Christians, promote unity among them, and lead them to act for justice and love. Sabeel also strives to develop a spirituality based on justice, peace, non-violence, liberation, reconciliation for all the people of our land. The word Sabeel is Arabic for the way. Also, it means a spring of life-giving water. And in the name of Sabeel, I would like to greet you. And I hope if you are not members of Friends of Sabeel that you will join us. Because for us it means that we are on a journey. We are on a journey of faith, journey for justice, journey for peace and reconciliation. So I also greet you in the name of Sabeel. I want to thank you for being with us in this conference. I want to thank the organizers. I would like to thank Dick Toll, my friend, who is the coordinator of Friends of Sabeel. I also like to say welcome, special welcome to students. I'm very glad that we are in this seminary. And I would like to say to the students that every year we have in Jerusalem a young adult conference, usually during the summer, that we would love for you to join us. So all of those who are young adults, sometimes we have some scholarship for that, and we have an international conference for young adults from different parts of the world that come, and for about 12 days we take them through the West Bank, through Israel, in Jerusalem, to meet the people and to listen to lectures and to get a first-hand experience of what's really happening in the country. I am especially thankful for being here at Luther Seminary, and I am grateful that we have this wonderful venue. But as I think of Luther Seminary, I want to here acknowledge my thanks to God for a friend of mine who was teaching at this seminary many years ago, Professor Karl Waltz, who was very dedicated to justice for the Palestinians. He used to come very frequently, I think at least once a year, bringing students from this seminary to visit, and he always came to Sabeel. And I think, although it is hazy in my memory, I think he invited me once, and I came here to Luther Seminary, and I was grateful for his friendship and for his commitment to justice and peace. So I thank God when I think of Professor Waltz. I also, before I begin, I want to say that in your packet there is a brochure, and it talks about the 8th International Conference of Sabeel next February. We would love for you to be with us in Bethlehem for this conference. The theme of the conference, as you will notice, is Challenging Empire, God, Faithfulness, and Resistance. I believe we are living under empire. Israel is an extension of the American empire. And I think it is very important to really look at what does it mean for us to be faithful to God at this time. So I want to encourage you to come and be with us. I don't think you will regret it. It is not going to be only lectures, but it will be also visits where you can observe how empire is working out, the expressions of empire on the ground. We will have first-class theologians to be leading us. Some of you, I'm sure, are aware of the work of Richard Horsley, who will be with us. He had written a book on Jesus and empire, and he will be one of our keynote speakers. And Chet Myers will be leading our Bible study at that conference. And there are other wonderful speakers that the brochure talks about. So I would like to encourage you to come and be with us. One day, Jesus gave a parable about a widow who went to a judge and asked the judge to resolve the issue which she had. And she was pleading with the judge for justice. And the unjust judge would not respond. And the widow continued to go and to cry out, "Vindicate me, give me justice." We have been shouting this slogan before the judges of this world for decades. But so far, no vindication has been achieved. The cry for justice will continue to be heard until a just peace is achieved in Palestine, Israel. Despite of the lack of almost any glimmer of hope these days, our hope remains strong because our hope is anchored in God. God alone is good, the loving God. And God's goodness will one day be victorious over the evil in which we find ourselves. The State of Israel, as many of you know, was established in 1948 on the principles of the Zionist movement. And during the last 62 years, the government of Israel and its friends have been very successful in using two powerful and effective tools to win Christians and other people everywhere to the Zionist cause. Israel has been able to cement relationships with all the Western governments and has been able to get the support of millions of Christians by using these two tools mainly. The first tool has been the Holocaust, which provides